Morning, folks. Today's soap is brought to us from Soap Commander. Name of this one here is Fortitude. And as you can tell by the description down here, it says that it's hay, tobacco, and rum scented. This is 6 ounces. You can see this container is pretty good size. And that's what the top of it looks like. So you got a little bit of room if you like lathering inside the container there. With 6 ounces of this good stuff here. I'll try to make sure I get the links down below. I got it whipped up here in the fine accoutrements lathering bowl here. I think I got this probably 2, maybe 3 years ago. This brush here, you can tell that's a badger knot. It's pretty big. I got this off of eBay. I think Preshave was the one that put these out back then, if I remember correctly. I think the idea was, well, I got 3 of them at one time, and I think the idea was they were just experimenting with, you know how vehicles have a wrap, and if, in other words, if you got a car with some kind of special advertising or whatever, you can do a wrap on your car, truck, whatever it happens to be. I think that's what they were experimenting with this right here to see how this was working out. It looks great to me. It's quite unique, but anyway, I think it's great shaving to put that out. I don't think you're going to be able to find that again nowadays. Also, got the matching aftershave balm that I'll be using off camera here. Shaver of the day. Oh, Preshave. Yes, I already put a hot towel to the face this morning. And Preshave Maggard's, this one here is Sweet Orange. There it is. That's about how much. I don't use a whole lot. I think it probably just depends on your needs, what you're comfortable with using. It's about the size of a penny. Yeah, there you go. That's about the size I use. Blade of choice today, which I still need to put in the razor. This is what it looks like when it's completely wrapped, but it's a Personna blade. We'll be putting it in a vintage Gillette. I think it's referred to as a new open comb, long comb. Yeah, long comb. There we go. And that's what the blade looks like. Go ahead and get it here. This one here from RazorRefresh. You see, it's a good looking razor. I tell you what, it's a fantastic job on this one. This one here, it does have patent numbers on the bottom side, if you can see that there. Also this one here, it's going to be hard to see, but right down here it's got a reissue number down there. So in other words, from what I gathered, the way I understand how that works is, I guess something took place along the lines and was sent back to Gillette. They made whatever adjustments need to be done. That's what it looks like there. Got the 4 ears there. And then they reissued it, sent it back out to be sold again or used again, or however you want to phrase it. It's a good looking razor. I couldn't even begin to tell you what was wrong with it to begin with, but looks pretty good. Like I say, I've got I guess you might say a Christmas wish list, if you will. I've got a few vintage razors that are that I got sitting out right now that one of these days, hopefully here pretty soon, I'll be able to send them out to get them recoated. It's going to be some good looking razors when I get them back. Especially if you're using these as an example. That's pretty nice. And I didn't have to spend a whole lot of money to get it either. Look at that. That thing is huge. It's the reason why, for me, I think, when it comes to badger knots, I could go with a smaller knot. I could not tell. I don't remember what. I think this is 24 millimeter. It could be 26. I don't remember. It's pretty good size. As you can tell, it looks like a little bush. Like I say, I bought 3 of these. The other 2 I've already piffed. Those, gave those away. Kept this one here for myself. It's pretty nice. Alright, here we get started with the with the Green Pass. Tried to catch some videos this morning before I got started. Two of them I was able to catch. One of them was Chris's video where he's talking about his milestone, over 2,000 shaving related videos. That's quite a few. That's a lot. Well, you figure there's 365 days in a year, and so you can kind of calculate that out, how long it would take even if you did one a day. That's quite a few videos. A lot of content. I should mention, this being a long comb, basically the one I used in the last video, you might refer to it, I guess you might say, as a short comb. This one here is not as aggressive feeling. It doesn't have quite the blade feel. Smooth, comfortable. Blade feel, I mean, it's just enough to let you know that it's there, but it's not one that makes you think that you need to pay an extraordinary amount of attention to it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a cut. Nothing like that. Feels pretty nice on the face. So in other words, this one here might be one better suited to start out with if you haven't shaved with one of these before. Short comb, you might want to wait till you get a little bit more experience, because that blade feel, it is definitely there on a short comb. Nice scent. For me, sometimes, this certain scents hit my nose just right. And this morning, this one here is working pretty well. Now you can see, you'll find some other razors, Gillette, that are long comb, different handles. I have one, matter of fact, it's got a longer handle. It's a handle that's commonly seen on the old style. It resembles the Gillette Ball Tech, except for the handle's bigger in diameter, I should say. And it's made just a tad bit different than the Gillette Ball Tech. I think the Ball Tech handle is a little bit heavier. Not up to speed on how much they weigh. There's a weight difference. The Gillette Ball Tech, in other words, I feel like that handle is heavier than the old style. Handle on the old style is hollow. The barrel part of it is. And I don't think that the Gillette Ball Tech is. I think it's a solid piece. Easy, smooth shave. Almost, I would say, you could this is one of those razors, at least for me, you could just about put on automatic pilot. Don't have to give it a whole lot of thought about what you're doing there. Even on the against the grain pass, still feels pretty smooth, even though you can tell it's cutting through the whiskers, but like I say, it's nothing alarming. If you're interested in trying one of these. Now if you go to RazorRefresh, you kind of have to keep in mind that when he does have one of these for sale, whatever razor it happens to be, he probably doesn't have 2 or 3 of them. He's probably only got one ready to go. So if you like it and you want it, you might want to get it when you can, because once it's sold, it's gone. In other words, he doesn't have a huge supply of them, especially at that inexpensive price, because those prices he's been selling them at are fantastic prices. Man, this is a really nice shave. It's nice to be able to find vintage razors that are in good shape. This one here being replated is in excellent shape at a reasonable price. One that, most people would be more than happy to pay that price. Got that shaving cream everywhere this morning. All right. See what the album block has to say this morning. This one here, Feeding Starters and Accoutrements. This is an older label. I've had this one here for a moment. It's complete with rubber band this morning. I kind of have a tendency to do that sort of thing, that I guess you might say kind of stock up. Especially if I find them on sale or I get a great deal on them. Just a little bit of stinging here and there, nothing wholesale. I was trying to be careful not to get carried away with a razor like that. In other words, buffing, I don't try not to go too far with it. This one here is unscented, this witch hazel, but it is mentholated. It is mentholated. So if you like menthol in your witch hazel, this one here is a pretty good one to pick. Bottle's starting to get kind of low. Trying to remember it's approximately 200 milliliters. I think that's 7 or 8 ounces. I can't remember right off the top of my head. And yeah, it's about 3/4 the way empty. Nice cooling effect on the especially on a morning. I think last time I checked, 77, 78 degrees. The high today, I think, is supposed to be 98, not something like that. It's going to be hot. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to use this off camera. It's an aftershave balm. In other words, if you've used any of Soap Commander's balms, they're all pretty much the same, just different scents. I'll use this one here off camera. Just really nice shave, and I gotta show this again. This is fantastic work here. Can't complain at all. I got a steal on this one here. I think I'm trying to remember, it's probably neighborhood of 30 bucks, I think is what I paid. In other words, not a whole lot, especially been replated. Got a fantastic deal on this one here. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and smooth shaves to you.